Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ALR Season 6. Oh my god. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? It is round 2 today in Great Britain. Just, if anybody's watching the stream, please tell me how my mic is. Is it too loud? Is the game too loud? I think my mic is really. Oh, that was not good. I think that I'm not that loud, I'm not sure. Anyways, let me try and turn my volume up a bit. Then we can actually go on with the hello. So I hope that I'm going to be better now. Anyways, let's go through the standings and we can also focus on qualifying. Is it rainy qualifying? I'm wondering if it's a rainy race as well. Let's ask the Season 4 champion. If the race is going to be rainy, but until then, let's go through the standings. So we have Yalo winning the last race, being in first, Aero Cloud in second, Davidek third, Rossi fourth, Boomer fifth, Wilt sixth, Ross Storm seventh, Snowman eighth, Takobo ninth, Jack Kings 10th, Pontus 11th, Hyder 12th, Ishtar 13th, Basket 14th, Melody 15th, and the non-finishers from last race are Bambino, Twanak, Aslan, Rick, Sorifaya, Harry, Aleph, Cleonium, and Moby. So the first lap time from L Trocker 05 is a 1:44.3. It gets demolished by the intermediate lap of M. Hyde as Bambino has spun. Will he save it before the wall? He will. Roston with the purple third sector but cannot get pole. Oh, as Davidek goes purple on the wets. The conditions are not looking really good as we see Hyde is off the track. Bambino has been disqualified from the session, so that's last for him. Boomer has retired from the session. Has he crashed out, maybe? I can see a red car, but I'm pretty sure that's not a Ferrari. Let's go on board with Gallo. Maybe Boomer has crashed out, actually. Oh, we don't see a car anymore, but probably Boomer has crashed out. I'm not sure. There was a Ferrari there. Asplant invalidated. Davidek currently has the fastest lap on the wet tires, actually. So this is going to be some really bad conditions. I actually hope for a rainy race because a rainy race is always fun. Let's go on board with Pontus. Pontus said he was struggling in lane. Let's see what I can do with now. Okay, so my mic is doing better. Pontus, can he get a good lap on the wets? Jacob was 7th, E2 Alpha Tower is 5th and 6th. Let's see, Pontus across the line goes 7th. Ross stays 5th, 5 seconds off his pace. Rossi about to improve. Rossi crossing the line, will beat his teammate after P5. Davidek is pitting, Hyder 10 seconds off, Basket slow lap. Saripaya in the pits, Rossi and Ross for another lap. Actually, let's see if anyone else is on a fast lap. Jacobo not really, Swen is invalidated, Jallo our last race winner. Struggling a bit is in P10 with 1:43.5, 5 seconds off the fastest lap. Oh, he's really struggling in this conditions. As planned, it is on the track. So sector 1, it's really slippery in the dry. Can you imagine in the wet? Must be bad in there. Now the real question is, how can you navigate this part of the circuit? This one is also really hard for traction, but he gets it. Oh, big flower oversteer. Ross goes third meanwhile with 38 flat. Wilt has set the fast lap 8:36.9 as Asplant invalidated his lap. Basket in P5 starting a lap. Let's see how he can take this one. The Oak Cloud is on our lap. There was a Mercedes of, I think, Maloney. He's invalidated. As AO Cloud will set a lap time. What will that lap time be? Oh, improved by a lot. Still a 40.0, so some way off. But still up. It seems that the intermediates are the tires to be on. So I don't know what the wet runners are doing. 7/10 down on his best sector. Trocker in the first sector. Having his lap. Has to correct the slide and exit out of here. Hopefully he has enough traction to go flat out. He has. Let's see. He should improve here. And he does by over a second in the first sector alone. Davidek will start a lap. McLaren, I think, yeah, Jacobo is going to finish a lap now. Or he's going to box. He's going to box. That's how it is. Quite quiet. Okay, let me fix that, you know. I have asked for feedback. Haven't received any, so this could be okay like that. And okay, so now maybe it's going to be better, I hope, certainly. Okay, so just tell me how it is. That's Davidek now. Oh, Bambino. Oh, it's, yeah, from before. Trocker goes fastest. 36.1. The track is improving rapidly. Let's see what Davidek can do. Certainly the fastest one in this tier. At least, based on his trial times. Let's see what Davidek can do. Going through Maggots and Beckett's. Really nailing it. Yeah, really good lines from him. This has to be a pole setting time. 2.2 seconds. You will need another 6/10 to get pole as Wilt beats Trocker by 2/10. And hopes that Davidek doesn't improve. But I think Davidek almost certainly has pole here by 4.5 tenths. Amazing lap from Davidek, hit every apex hit everything perfectly and gets that provisional pole position. Ross is on an out lap. Ross Thorne is on a fast lap. Look at how gently he's applying that throttle here. Now through cops. Of course you can try and utilize more of the track there, but I think the safest way around the track is not to play with the lap. Let's see if he can improve on the intermediates. Yes, by half a second. He would need another half a second to gain a place. Ross Thorne about to cross the line. And 7/10 up. Still cannot gain a place. The lap times are improving. Everyone's on an out lap. Sven the man, he is improving by a lot, 3.8 seconds. Only in the first sector, or was this from the last lap? Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcut, 1.6 seconds up. He's 6 seconds off pole as Davidek with a 34.8. What a lap time from him. Asplan is 7/10 off. The track is improving by a lot. Let's see Pontus, our season 4 champion, back then in the McLaren, said he was struggling. Hasn't really driven the game for a long time. He needs to gain the pace back, but when he does, he's going to be a big threat. He was dominating season 4. Jacobo now on the enters, 2.5 seconds up. Sven the men now approaching the finish line. There is a AlphaTauri, I think it's Rossi, about to cross the line. Can he improve on his lap time? Rossi cannot, but Sven can up into P7. Amazing from him. Ross Thorne, a big cut here. Not really loud, you know, but we're not gonna complain. At least he hasn't crashed out. Sarikaya. AO Cloud is invalidated as Pontus will now cross the line. Goes third fastest. Pontus shows that he's back even when he's struggling. Third fastest at the moment. On the intermediate tires, he will have time to do a cool down lap and then to go back out on track. He's now doing his Swedish rally style. Maloney cannot improve, 8.7 seconds down. Sven is 3/10 up, but he is also on an invalidated lap time. Takobo, a really nice line through there. 6/10 up purple, second sector. If he can do a Senna lap here, maybe he can do something. Sarikaya goes up into 4th. 9/10 of pole at the moment. We are currently approaching the mark where we will have to do your last lap, as Wilt, also one of the title contenders here, is on his fast lap. Let's see what he can do through cops, drifting through cops, really taking all of the track. Let's see. Nice there, his car seems really oversteering. but maybe that's how he likes it. He likes to punch the car. He improves by 3/10. We'll put him around, you know, P4. Rossi is in third at the moment. Let's see when Asplant goes pole by 2/10. So this is the moment to settle the lap times, you know. Oh, how wasn't that invalidated? My God. Will now cross the line. Maybe for the final time. He improves by 4/10. Goes up into P4. He will go for another lap. Asplan will also go for another lap. Who is the next one to cross the line? It's going to be Heide. He is going to improve by 3/10. Still P8. Now Sarikaya is on an invalidated lap time. Yalo, our last time race winner, is now in P16. As Davidek will start a lap, the two Alpha Tauris also starting a lap. Rostom once in P something, now in P14. Yalo retires from the session. He will start P16 for this one. Ross has a big punt of oversteer. Swenderman retires. Davidek, let's see what he can do. It is now the fight of the Titans. AO Cloud is now about to finish his last lap. Can he improve? Can he challenge pole? Not the cleanest chicane, but he improves. Still P3, 2.9 off. Asplant retires. He probably crashed. Let's see. Wilt is now going through that area. Yo, he did crash. He lost the back end coming out of Stowe. Now, into Vale and Club goes Wilt. Can he get the pole position? He does improve, but just P4 at best for him. It's going to be a Mercedes crossing the line next. It's going to be Malaumi again invalidated. Crocker invalidated. It's going to be Heide again. P9 for him. Sarikaya goes 5th fastest. Now it's time for Davidek. Davidek, can he get pole? Yes, he can. It's Davidek on pole 2 times in a row. Unless Basket can do something, goes up into P4, demotes Wilt to P5. Is anybody else able to challenge? No, it is Davidek on pole. Dear ladies and gentlemen, an amazing showing from him in the wet in Silverstone. What a good lap from him. It's Davidek on pole by 2.5 from Asplant, from AO Cloud, and Basket, Wilt in P5. That's the top 5. Then Sarikaya in 6th. Rossi is in 7th. Pontus is in 8th. Heide is in 9th. Jacobo 10th. Trocker 11th. Malaumi 12th. Swenderman 13th. Rostorm 14th. Jack Kings 15th. Yalo, our race winner from last time around, P16. Boomer, also big recovery drive last time around, now in P17, and Bambino disqualified for driving the wrong way round. I don't really know what happened here, but so I've just gotten the info that the race will not be rainy. Thank you, Pontus. Love you. So the race will not be rainy. That's the important part here. It's going to be free tire choice, but I still think soft to mediums is the way to go. So we are waiting for people to confirm their strategy. And the formation lap is about to start now. Let's see what the comments from qualifying were. in the chat, in the Discord chat, they are saying, so much traffic, can't even do a lap, says Swim the Men. Malumi says that he cannot push. Trocker says that he has invalidated a lap that would have put him in P6. Malumi says his drive setup is not really good. Ross Storm said he forgot to take 11 laps worth of fuel out for his last run. And Malumi says that they should be quite careful. Let's go through the grid and let's go through the tires firstly. I think that's what's interesting. Oh, so many of them are on the mediums. Interesting. Actually, really interesting. It is only Basket, Pontus, Heide, and Jacobo on softs. Everyone else is on medium tires, so they are hoping to go long, and they are expecting a safety car quite late into the race, because you know the softs can actually do a good amount of laps here. So it is Davidek on pole from Aspland, AO Cloud, Basket, Wilt, Sarikaya, Rossi, Pontus, Heide, Jacobo, Trocker, Malumi, Swenderman, Ross, Storm, Jack Kings, Yarlo, Boom and Bambino. Really strong grid here, really good drivers. Aspland, a really strong driver from last season, improved so much now. Is in P2 behind Davidek, the man that is demolishing the time trials. We are expecting a pretty good race. The front runners are in their grid slots already. We are waiting for Bambino to arrive and for Puma to arrive. Then we can go. Bambino now in his grid slot. We are watching on from Davidek's perspective and waiting for 5. It is lights out in Great Britain and away we go. So much tire smoke coming off as Basket has an amazing start into turn 1. It is Davidek leading. What's going on at the back? AL Cloud regains the position or gains positions. Aspland with a horrendous start. Basket with an amazing start. No crashes, pretty clean so far. Heide going down onto Sarikaya. He gets the position for P6. Wilt is now attacking maybe for P3. No, he cannot get in the position. Aspland lost 3 positions on his start. Davidek, meanwhile, still leading in front of AO Cloud, and Basket on his softs, actually gaining a position, utilizing that soft tire. That's really good at the start. Heide slotting in. Aspland just slotting in. Sarikai with a so good exit. The cops, Rossi still in P10. Booma is meanwhile trying to gain some positions. Let's watch from his perspective. Yarlo showing that he has pace, just needs to find the gaps to start utilizing it. Cannot gain any positions now. Oh, as Heide and Asplan are having a battle. Heide gets it done into Whale. Davidek with the final lap. Pontus, meanwhile, had a lap of Warriors due, I think. And the first lap really clean, no crashes actually. Oh, but now somebody touches Trocker. It is Rossi, and Rossi gets touched now. Rossi now side by side with Jacobo. It is going to be really close. He doesn't really have the straight line speed. Sven is also looking to get past. Sven is ahead of Rossi into Brooklands. This, oh my god, Ross and Rossi almost colliding. The Stonks F1 team. Not really having the best of times in P12 and P13. And look at the gap between P3, P4, P2, P3, P4, 7/10. Yalo overtakes Ross up into P13 for him. Jacobo already has a penalty. And Yalo. Oh, there is Malumi probably spinning. Yeah, he probably spun there. I think this timing is a bit glitched. Davidek with the fastest lap so far. Wilt on the mediums. Driving his race. Let me turn telemetry and this on. Pontus is in P7. Looking to gain some positions. Pontus known as the man that never gets penalties, so when we get to tracks like France, he is going to be amazing there because he does not really get penalties. Pontus in P7, Heide touching the grass, not having a fun time out there, it seems. AO Cloud really tied on with Davidek, so there might be something as he gets a warning here. Oh, Sarikaya has spun through cops as he lost his front wing. He has lost his his right end plate. Bambino gets a penalty. As AO Cloud, what has happened to AO Cloud? He was second. Has he spun as well? Oh my god, AO Cloud now down to P16, was in P2, really close to Davidek. I think this is the prime example of the commentator's curse. Welcome to League Racing, ladies and gentlemen. Rossi and Sven the man. Will they engage a battle? Sector 3 yellow flag, it's Sabakaya. He will be pitting now. Rossi. We'll have the DRS. Sven! Oh my god, what a save from Sven, but this is going to be an easy move for Rossi. Or maybe not, I don't know. Why hasn't Rossi deployed any DRS? Just to get past. I mean, as in front of them, Troca and Jacobo are going side by side. Troca and Jacobo still side by side. Let's see who will have the better traction out of Luffield. Troca and Jacobo still side by side through cops. Oh, and Jacobo hits the wall and then hits Troca and he loses it. He's off. He's off. Big damage for him. Pontus has a penalty for track limits. Big damage from Jacobo. And Pontus, the man that I told you didn't get penalties, now has a penalty. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. As Wilt is in P3 now. As AO Cloud has had his off. So this was Jacobo's mistake here. Crashed into the wall of cops and then touched Troca. Jacobo speeding in the pit lane, 5 seconds. Sarikai is on the hard, so he will be going until the end. Three seconds gap for P1. Boomer now, and Bambino. Could be really interesting here. And Pontus as well. Close to hide it. This could get spicy here. Let's firstly. Oh, AO Cloud does get the move down on Jack Kings. Sorry. Pontus on the soft compound tires will overtake his fellow soft runner, hide it, and gets P5. Nice move by him, and Bambino and Rostorm. They are side by side through this fast right hand of Stowe, and they are still side by side going into the chicane. Bambino will not let go. Bambino is... Oh, Bambino forces Ross wide, and boom, against 2 positions from that. Bambino goes wide, Ross goes wide. They lose so many positions there. Ross coming off worst here. There could be some job for the stewards here, but I don't think it's going to be anything massive. Probably a big oversteer moment for Bambino. As Wilt up into P2 goes past Basket on the softs. Is this the moment that the mediums become the prime option? AL Club overtakes Ross. Ross still there, and now AL Cloud clears it. Rossi and Suen again in the battle. Last time we were on board this battle, Swen had a massive moment. As Rossi gets his first penalty. And doesn't need any ERS. What has the DRS and will go ahead up into B7 for Rossi. Good job here. Boomer in P12 has Bambino in front of him. Oh my god. Boomer in P12 will have the DRS now. He wants that position. Doesn't want DRS. Seems to be really far off actually. Yep, even though it's only half a second, not really gaining anything on the straights for Boomer. Pontus and Hyde still there, both of them on softs. Asplan also catching up to Basket and Wilt. Can he join the battle there as AL Cloud passes Rostorm? And Asplan cannot get past. Basket with a rock up. Asplan 3.5 tenths off. Rossi with the fastest lap now, as Davidek has a steady 4.8 seconds gap. Really doing what he needs to. This battle could get very spicy here. AL Cloud gets past Boomer, shows his pace. He's really one of the contenders here. He's in P12, you know. Really flexing his muscles through the pack. And the guy that was the second in Tier 5 last season, behind Staba, so now in the tier with myself. AL Cloud had, I believe, 3 victories, I'm not sure. And he was only 10-15 points behind Staba, I think. And in Tier 2 now, showing a really good performance. As now Bambino is the next target for AL Cloud. Will we see any team orders at Williams? Basket, Wilt and Asplan still in this battle. basket with ERS, and ERS can't really gain hitting time, but you know, he is still there, keeping up, taking the DRS. As Pontus and Heide having the battle, Pontus correcting his car in the middle of Luffield. Only 3 tenths behind. Almost lost the position there. Ross Thorne gets a penalty. Let's see. Oh, Heide pits after what, 10 laps? The first soft runner on the regular pit schedule to pit. It's going to be 16 laps of mediums for him. So he is undercutting Pontus. Pontus now needs the in lap of his life. Jacobo gets a 3-second time penalty now. Oh, his ass plan is off. He's off. We have caught him midway through his spin. I'm not quite sure how he spun there, but we have actually caught him spinning. And the car with the number 40 has spun as Wenderman gets a penalty for ignoring yellow flags. What's that about? Interesting decisions. But now Basket and Pontus will need to pit soon. Pontus staying out for another lap. As Boom and Ross are having a battle. Ross ahead of Boomer. Will Boomer do a battle? No, he will not. Cloud and Bambino now in a battle. Aero Cloud not really having any ERS available, but will he try to go down the inside here? Yo, big land. They touch tires, but he goes ahead. They are still side by side. Bambino having some oversteer, and Aero Cloud goes ahead and also has the DRS. Basket and World still there in the battle, even on the 10 lap all media soft Basket. He's keeping up. He just cannot make the move. When are the two Renaults pitting? Do they have enough of a gap to pit? Same lap. Is Pontus going to pit now? Yes, he is. Pontus is pitting. But the real question is, who is going to... Oh, Pontus gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh my god. Not nice. But now, the question is, who is going to pull the trigger to pit for softs from the mediums? Who was going to be that guy? Oh, that's Braun getting close to Sven. Even on with his pin still in P6. Contesting the P5 actually here. Aero Cloud in P9. Davidek has his gap to 7 seconds. Let's go on board with him so he doesn't get mad because he hasn't had any screen time. He was pitch perfect so far. Boomer and P12 half a second of rust thorn. Crocker gets a penalty. El Boomer runs wide. That's a warning for him. Splant now deploying his ERS. He's deploying really much ERS, using all his resources, but cannot get past now. Touches Slenderman. I don't think he has any damage, but you know, that was some big late braking here. As Bambino and Aero Cloud side by side through the last corner, they really don't know what team orders mean, and they are free to battle here. Bambino and Aero Cloud still in a battle. Bambino is ahead currently. Maloney is up into P13 as Jack Kings is the one pulling the trigger for mediums, for the medium runners, as he is quite far behind. So I don't think that's going to be the real trigger, as Bambino runs deep, but that corner isn't really punishing. Cloud has to correct. There is an actual train forming behind Yalo. Aspirant catching up to Slenderman. And Asplan is going to pitch. Yeah, I think he is the real trigger, and Basket pitting for mediums. Asplan gets a penalty for speeding in the pits. Crocker also pits. So it is kicking off, ladies and gentlemen. I will not be predicting any positions until everyone pits. Rossi meanwhile in P3 now. Wilt needs some good stuff here as Sarikaya has spun. Coming out of Luffield. He is just going to continue with his race. Pontus with the fastest lap. That's fun. Crocker in P16 after his pit stop behind Jack Kings actually. And behind Asplan. Asplan on the soft in P14 at the moment, so he's leading that pack. But you know, let's wait for the others to pit. Pontus on the fresh mediums is ahead of Asplan. Basket as well. Sarikaya retires in the pits. Becomes our first retiree of the race. Unfortunately, we have lost him. As Bambino is pitting. Cloud and Yalo now. Can Aero Cloud get the position for P5? Not really stable through there. His car not liking that corner. Oh, Jacobo retires in the pit lane. Bambino gets another 3 seconds. Jacobo, unfortunately, the second retiree on lap 15. Now, Aero Cloud with the prime chance to get the move done. They both only have the DRS and their racecraft. Racecraft there. Now Aero Cloud gets spun round, is having to pit now. Yeah, he's on the 14 lap old mediums, so he will pit, and Davidek also pitting. What has actually happened here to Davidek? Takobo's car was stuck in the pit lane, and it didn't let Davidek move. I think... How much time has he lost here? How much time has Davidek lost? Asplan with the fastest lap. Let's see. When the other guys pit, Davidek is still the first one of the pitting guys. Only 4 seconds behind, in front of Basket. But he is on the softs now, actually. Asplan and Aero. This should be an easy position for Asplan. Theoretically, at least. He is on the fresher tyres, he's on the softer tyres. Wilt pits, let's see, compared to Davidek. Where will he come out? I think, yeah, this is an easy P1 for Davidek, you know, but let's see. Maybe Wilt performs a half a second pit stop. Plenty of the guys follow him in. He is now coming out of the pits, but you know it's a really slow pit lane. Davidek is probably getting P1, yes, an easy P1. But now the question is, will Basket be ahead of Wilt? This is going to be close. And can Basket get P2? No, he can't. No, he can't. It is Wilt in P2. Amazing, amazing drive so far from him. Wilt keeping the P2 with a really long stint on his medium tyres. AO Cloud is in P10 now, as Jack Kings loses it. Now we'll have to return back to the track. Jack Kings 10-second penalty. Well, we know that shouldn't be a penalty. If he doesn't pit, he can ask for this to be removed. As Haida has left the session, let me invite him again. Maybe he needs an invite. Swing them in. And Davidek gets the fastest lap. Oh, and Rossi steals that fastest lap. 26.7. Now for AO Cloud, Jack Kings. Actually having the best race of his life. Rossi and Asplan now might engage in a battle. Pontus is in P4 currently, but on the slower and older tyre. Now all the timing intervals are off as Asplan and Rossi going side by side through Cops. They are still in a battle. Through Maggots and Beckett side by side. Rossi is ahead of Asplan and gets another penalty here. Rossi now using all of his overtake, wanting to get past Pontus. He will throw it down the inside into Stowe. Pontus not wanting to give the position up. Pontus is still ahead. I was hoping to see this kind of battles. Wilt, fastest lap, and Rossi and Pontus with an amazing battle here. Asplan also now rejoining the battle. Let's stay on board with them here. This is going to be really good for P4. Rossi and Pontus now, and Rossi is ahead up into P4. Good job from Rossi as Jack King's the third person to retire in the pits. Trocker 26.5, the fastest lap. Now Asplan on to Pontus trying, not enough overspeed there. Pontus will be the target there after Madison Beckett's section. Pontus had a much cleaner S section than Asplan here. Bambino ahead of Heide now. Can I move back? Yeah. Let's watch Asplan as he is searching for P5 now. Oh, big oversteer from Pontus. Asplan with the overtake, not really needed, but he is side by side now. Can Pontus try and hold on to this position? He could, but he will not because his tires aren't that good, obviously. And Pontus is in P6 at the moment, has a 4.5 seconds gap to Bambino. Asplan in P5. His safety car now will definitely spice things up for the last few laps as Aero Cloud is ahead of Heide. Oh my god, Heide is lagging a bit. Oh my god. Pontus and Asplan now still in a battle. Pontus not giving up. Pontus into the chicane here. Side by side, and still there, cannot regain the position. Let's look at penalties. Pontus is 8 seconds, Asplan has 5, so I don't think this battle is really worth it. Bambino has 6, so if he can gain another 1.5 seconds, Bambino is actually going to overtake Pontus on penalties. Cloud getting ahead of Bambino. This Williams battle lasting through the whole race. And Aero Cloud now on P7. Doesn't have any penalties, so should gain quite a few places here. So Rossi has a 6-second penalty, so he's going to be behind Aero Cloud. Asplan is going to be behind Aero Cloud. Pontus is going to be behind Aero Cloud, so it's 4th at the moment for Aero Cloud. What a dive from Pontus. Asplan does everything he can to preserve his place. We are on lap 22 now, from 26. And Pontus with the dive down the inside into turn 3 gets the position. P5 and now has a oversteer. Overtake mode on for Asplan. Pontus is holding on with no overtake even there. But he had DRS. Pontus had DRS. That's what has saved him. into a really good sector. Could ask which one of us is our trucker. Asplund with the DRS doesn't really have any ERS. Is he gaining enough? No, he's not gaining enough. AO Cloud, though, is catching up to them. He's looking for a good position here as Sven, who's off the track. He's in P13 at the moment. Yellow, the magic for P9. Asplund, 4 tenths behind Pontus. Pontus on the mediums seems to be having the upper hand here. As we only have 4 cars without the penalty so far, it's Basket, Wilt, Davidek and AO Cloud. Rossi though. Oh, AO Cloud gets the penalty. Now his battle for P4 not really looking that shiny because let's look at the penalties. He has 3 seconds. He will get Asplund probably. He will also get Pontus, but Rossi, that's very marginal. So he's looking for a P5 at the moment. Cloud. He is in P7 at the moment, on track, but on penalties he will probably go ahead as Yalo and Hyde are having a nice battle directly for P9. No, Hyde has 6 seconds, so it's not really directly. Now, AO Cloud, Asplund, Bambino and Pontus all in one big pack. Pontus might lose out on this P5 by quite some margin. Oh, as Bambino and AO Cloud. Bambino has to tuck in there. He really wants to beat his teammate. He'll really go down the inside. He will. They touch. They are still side by side. Now into turn 4. Really tight, but clean. And Bambino is ahead of his teammate, but he isn't really helping the team. They need to stay as close to Asplund and Pontus as they can, and Asplund ahead of Pontus now. Pontus, oh my god, Pontus, he's ahead into Maggots and Beckets. The old Swedish man has got it. He's still got it. There's Bambino! He loses the backhand on the last lap, or the second to last lap. Loses out on the points as well. He is now in P12. Heartbreak for Bambino. Big heartbreak for him. He's in P13 at the moment. Oh, he is doing stuff. And he is there. Yeah. He's resetting the track. He's going to retire in the pits probably. But Rossi battling with Basket, catching him up, and he's battling with him. Full P3 on track at least. He has 6 seconds of penalty, so that P3 is going to be really hard to achieve actually. But still, the on-track battles here as AO Cloud wants to get past Asplan and Pontus here on the last lap. Wilt gets a penalty. He will still get the P2 as Davidek wins the race here. Wilt will get P2. Basket and Rossi still battling here. Wilt with the P2. Rossi will cross line on track for P3. It will be P4 in the end. Pontus will cross the line in P5. Will drop down to P7. AL Plan in P5. Asplan in P6. Yalo in P8. Rostol in P9, Guma in P10, Heide in P11, Sven in P12, no, Sven in P11, Heide in P12, Maloney in P13, and Schrocker will have to complete one more sector to get his P14. Davidek bossing this race, 10 seconds. Oh my god, amazing race. Yeah, Davidek got the weirdest glitch you can ever get. But he's the man that has won this race. He's the man that has the top step on the podium. He's the man that I think has the lead of the championship now. AO Cloud is in P5. Yeah, it's Davidek winning the race, taking the lead of the championship with an amazing race, with a really strong showing, strong performance in Great Britain. What a race we've had. Davidek celebrating here in his Red Bull, and with, I think it was Avery Newey Day there, and in P2 it's Wilt, in P3 it is Basket. P4 it's Rossi. P5 it is AO Cloud. P6 it's Asplan. P7 Pontus. P8 Yalo. P9 Ross. P9 Ross. P10 Boomer. P11 Sven the Man. P12 Heide. P13 Maloney. P14 Trocker. And the DNFs today: Bambino, Jack Kings, Jacobo, and Sarikaya. Was a really clean race. Was a really good one. Plenty of good battles. We are hyped for this season. I will see you next week, next Thursday, same time. Hopefully in the same good old condition. For Bahrain Short, it's going to be a 100% race. 57 laps in Bahrain Short for the first short race of this league. My name was Erminator. See you next week, and have a good time. Enjoy.